Hello yogis, welcome to Desert Lotus Yoga in Albuquerque, New Mexico as we continue our social distancing, working on posting videos for you guys up on the website. We're trying to do 3 a week. Hopefully we can maybe increase that, but even better, hopefully we can get back to living our normal lives once this shelter-in-place, social distancing, whatever it's being called right now, is safe enough to pass. So as we begin, we're going to start off in corpse pose per the usual. So go ahead and recline on down to your mat. Allow your shoulders to be soft, let the feet fall open. Take your palms and let them face up for receiving. If you need some grounding or releasing, go ahead and turn the palms and face them down toward the ground. Begin to notice your body, notice the space that you're in, any sounds that you might be hearing, any feelings you might be feeling, and any thoughts you might be thinking. Doing all of these things without any judgment, without any sort of thought behind it, just as an observation. On an exhale, drop your shoulders a little bit closer to the mat, releasing the outside edges of the arms, letting them roll and fall open onto the mat, just softening the entire body as we begin to come into our breath. Noticing the inhales, noticing the exhales. Remembering that this is your practice. In yoga, there is no competition, there is no judgment. Simply people coming together, working on finding their center. When you're ready, we're going to start to come into our Ujjayi breath. So placing a gentle constriction or tightening on the back of the throat as you inhale through the nose. And we're going to maintain that constriction as we exhale through the nose. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. If you'd like, you can begin to think of an intention for your practice. Think of something that you can anchor back to throughout this time together. Something that as your mind begins to wander, you have a focal point to come back to. You have a prayer that you've been offering to the world during this time. Maybe you have a mantra or a favorite color you want to focus on. There are no rules. When you're ready, we'll inhale, bringing the palms of the hands together, visualizing that intention placed between the hands, and start to rub the palms together. If you have an essential oil that you like to use, you can place that between the hands and just begin to rub, making some heat, creating energy as we build up our intention. Taking a deep inhale through the nose to the base of the spine, gently pulling the hands apart and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, taking cleansing breaths into the body, and releasing out any energy that you no longer need. Release what doesn't serve you. One more time, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth, letting go of any toxic energy. And releasing your intention, sending it off into the universe, off to the totality, where it will be taken care of. And on an exhale, hands will come down alongside the body, draw the knees up toward the sky, and just begin to gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side, moving as slowly or as quickly as your body needs in this time. If you'd like, you can take your arms out into a cactus or a T shape and let your eye gaze fall in the opposite direction of your knees. Bringing a gentle twist into the spine, starting to wake up the body. Let it know, hey, we're coming into this practice. You're safe, you're secure. I won't do anything to hurt you. Letting your body be reassured. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy the in-breath. Maybe saying, I am joy. Enjoy the out-breath, saying, I am joy. When you're ready, bring the knees back to center. We're going to inhale, take the right foot up into the air. We'll point and flex through the ankle, through the toes. Circle through the ankle a couple of times, going in one direction. And backing up into the opposite direction. Feeling some cracks and some pops in the ankle. And bringing your foot back to stillness. Activate your lower abdominal muscles and begin to slowly exhale, letting the heel of your right foot drop down, hovering over the mat. And then inhale, bring it back up. Exhale down, letting it hover. And inhale up. We'll do that 3 more times. Go at your own pace. Move with your breath. The next time your foot comes up, we're going to bend through the right knee. Let the left or the right foot come down to meet the left. As we inhale, our left foot goes up to the sky, pointing and flexing through the toes. Feel the back of the leg opening up, the top of the foot getting a nice stretch. And then we'll circle through the ankle, going in one direction, and then backing out, going in the opposite direction. Bringing the right or the left foot to stillness, we will activate the lower abdominals once again. And exhale, let the left foot glide down toward the mat, allowing that left heel to hover. Inhale, foot comes back up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Taking that movement 3 more times, once again going with your breath. From here, we'll bend through the left leg, drawing the left foot down to meet the right, and just move the knees a couple of times. Making your way over onto your left side, coming into a fetal shape. Pull the knees deeply into your chest, taking a fetal position, letting your head rest on the left bicep, and pull yourself in as tight as you can. Sometimes for some people right now, the only hugs that we can get are hugs that we're giving ourselves. Being mindful of the people around us who cannot be with their loved ones. Maybe sending them positive energy, positive thoughts. They might not know it, but it's coming toward them. When you're ready, take your right hand down in front of the chest and begin to gently push yourself up into a seated position. Coming into easy pose, lotus or half lotus. Inhale, pull the hands together at the heart. Take a moment here just to feel yourself grounded, letting your sitting bones feel evenly distributed on your mat. If lotus or half lotus is more suited to you right now, please feel free to take either of those postures instead of Siddhasana. Soften your shoulders, soften your face. And on an inhale, take the arms up wide over your head, pulling them together, and exhaling down. Inhale, arms come wide. And exhaling down. Once again, inhale, draw the arms up, pulling the energy around you into the palms of your hands. Draw the shoulders down into the shoulder girdle, interlace the fingers and release the pointers. Sit up nice and tall, reaching through the crown. And on an exhale, tilt over to the left side. Reaching up and out of the right side of the body, feeling lots of space being made between those ribs. Make sure that you're not hunching inward and that your back is not arching too far back. Nice straight line from the side body up through that right arm. And inhaling back to center. On the exhale, turn the palms away from each other and let the hands glide down, just raking through your aura. Feel the energy around you and circle back to center. Inhale up. Once again, draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Interlace the fingers, releasing the pointers. Inhale, lengthen the crown, nice and tall. Let your arms stretch out. This time, exhaling down to the right side, lifting up and out of the left side of the body. Keeping that nice flat frame through the left ribs and up the left arm. And breathe as you feel supported in all directions of your life. I know right now it's really hard to have trust. We're all feeling very uneasy, some of us scared even. And in this moment, know that everything in some way or another is going to be okay. And inhale, taking yourself up to center. On the exhale, we're going to drop the right hand down to the left knee. Bring the left hand behind you and square yourself to the left side of your mat. Inhale, nice and tall. On the exhale, perhaps taking your twist a little bit deeper, taking your eye gaze over the left shoulder if that's available. And inhale, arms come up. Exhaling over to the other side. Squaring to the right side of your mat this time. Breathing in flexibility to your spine, to your life. Now more than ever, going with the flow. Taking what comes and trusting in whatever it is you believe in. If you were able to deepen on the other side, let's go ahead and do the same here. Taking your eye gaze over the right shoulder. On your inhale, arms come up and pull down through the heart. If it's available to you, rolling over the knees, coming into a tabletop shape just briefly. And if that's too much for the knees, draw your feet off to the side and bring yourself into tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck the toes, reach back, put the knees close together, and make sure that all of those little toes are spread apart. You want to make sure, or try to feel, I know we all have different length toes, but try to feel all 10 of them touching down on the mat if that's available as we come into Thunderbolt pose. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears, exhale them back and away. We'll do that once again. Inhaling the shoulders come up and exhale, release. We're going to take cat and cow in this posture. If this is too much for the toes, feel free to untuck them. When you're ready, exhale, round into the spine. Let the head drop forward, lengthening through the back of the neck, coming into cat. On an inhale, let the eye gaze come upward, shine your heart out, hollowing out the spine as you pull the shoulder blades together for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale for cow. Continue to move, find some rhythm, find your pace. Find whatever feels good for you. And after your last set of cow, go ahead and sit nice and tall in your Thunderbolt. We'll take 3 breath cycles here, feeling the toes stretching out. Once again, if this is too much on the toes or the ankles, feel free to back out. Maybe even the arches. I'm feeling a lot in the arches right now. And when you're ready, come into tabletop, untuck those toes, and we're going to tap out the feet, making a little bit of thunder. Maybe we can use a little bit of rain right now. From your tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, coming into downward facing dog.
Let the head hang heavy. Feel the back of your body lengthening out. Tilt the sitting bones up toward the sky. Let your head hang heavy and shake out, saying, no, I will not be governed by fear in this time. And then, yes, I will try to cultivate trust. Try to pull the heels of your feet closer to the mat with each exhale. On an inhale, take your eye gaze toward the thumbs and begin to walk toward the top of the mat, coming into your forward fold. If you have a block or maybe a can or a stack of books, you can use that to bring the earth a little closer to you. And let your head hang heavy. If you'd like, you can pedal through the knees, pushing one forward at a time. On an inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, draw the arms wide around you. Once again, moving energy, keep the hands pressed together. Exhale, take a gentle back bend. Inhaling to center. Exhale, fold down through the heart. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Stepping back 1 foot at a time, coming into your plank. Feel free to modify the plank down on your knees. Keep the elbows tucked into the ribs and lower halfway down for chaturanga. Make your way up and through, coming into upward facing dog. Resting on the tops of the feet. Drop to the knees, open up wide, coming into a wide leg child's pose. Bring the third eye down onto the mat, opening up that intuition, opening up your inner knowing. Move your head from side to side. On an inhale, push up to tabletop. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, coming into downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, the right leg comes up. We're gonna pull that foot through, coming into the base of our lunge. Coming into a dancing warrior series, we're gonna take the left foot and bring it to about 45 degrees, pointing forward. On your inhale, hinge up for warrior one, pushing into your right knee. Feel a strong foundation as you affirm to yourself, I reach for my dreams. They're within my grasp. Exhale, dropping the arms down, left foot pivots back, coming into warrior two. Arms reach out from the center of your heart. Drop the pelvis, press into your right pinky toe, making sure that your knee does not dip in. Sorry that my back is towards you for this first round. On your inhale, right arm comes up, reverse warrior. We have a common enemy right now fighting this battle. Let's fight it with hope and peace and kindness toward one another. On your exhale, right elbow comes to the right knee. Left arm comes up for side angle. Shooting for that straight line from your left fingertips down to your left ankle. Opening up the left side of the body. Inhale, come back to warrior two. We'll bring that left foot forward. Take yourself back into warrior one. Inhale, bring the hands together over the crown. Gentle back bend. On an exhale, let the hands glide down, coming behind the back as we come into our humble warrior. Bringing the right shoulder to the right knee. There is a bind that you are welcome to take here. If you'd like, you can drop your right hand under that hamstring and then reach back looking for your left fingertips, and you can clasp the tips of your fingers together. None of that is necessary. You can remain in this version of Humble Warrior. And then inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let the hands glide down, straightening out the right knee, coming into pyramid pose. Hips are square to the top of your mat. Let your forehead round toward your knee. When you're ready, exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Coming into tabletop, we'll push back once again into wide-legged child's pose. Find your breath, come back to your intention. When you're ready, inhale, moving through tabletop to downward facing dog. Find your downward dog, pressing the heels into the mat. Feet are about hips distance apart, lengthening through the arms, pressing the fingertips down. On your inhale, left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull that left foot through, coming into the base of your lunge. From here, we're going to take that right foot, bringing it to about 45 degrees forward, and then begin to inhale, hinging up for Warrior One. Keep the shoulders down, nice tall spine. Take a couple of breath cycles here. On your exhale, drop the arms coming down into Warrior Two. Left foot pivots parallel to the back of the mat. Arms stretch out. Right foot pivots. Arms stretch out, moving from the heart center. Gentle tuck of the pelvis and pressing into those pinky toes, left pinky toe. Every time I see my watch, I realize that I've miscued on my left and right. When you're ready, left arm comes up, right arm comes back for reverse warrior. When you're ready, dropping back to Warrior Two. Nice. We'll take the right foot and bringing it back to about 45 degrees. Inhale, coming back into Warrior One. Interlace the fingers over the crown, releasing the pointers, and gentle push back into your back bend. Lifting up and out with the lower spine. On an exhale, straightening the back, let the hands glide down, reaching behind you. As we take Humble Warrior, left shoulder to the left knee. If you took the bind on the first side, go ahead and do the same here. Dropping your left arm to the inside of that leg and then under the hamstring, reaching for the right fingertips as we go for the clasp. Or doing none of that, just staying in your Humble Warrior. And when you're ready, straightening out the left foot, arms come up, and we glide down, coming into our pyramid. Round the forehead toward the left knee, and feel your left hamstring strengthening and straightening and stretching, doing all those things. I'm losing my words. From here, We are going to drop down onto our right knee, coming into our low lunge. So from here, we're going to drop down into our low lunge. Once again, making sure that your knee is stacked over the ankle. And when you're ready, begin to bring both hands to the inside of your left leg. So firmly rooting your hands down into the mat. And we're going to begin to heel toe the left foot towards the left edge of the mat, coming into our lizard pose, or you might know it as winged dragon. So nice active glutes pressing down into the fingertips. If this is a little bit much on the wrists, you can always pop up onto your fists. If you'd like a little bit more, you can come down onto a yoga block or a pillow, something that's nice and firm, and come onto your forearms. And if that would still not be quite enough for you, you can come all the way down onto your mat to the forearms. This is a pretty intense stretch, so only doing any of those things if your body is feeling up for it. If you'd like, you can begin to drop your left foot onto its knife edge, opening up through the inside of the left leg and letting that left knee surrender to gravity. And we'll take a few breath cycles here. Inhaling a soft orange light, exhaling all the love and creativity within your body. Inhaling love and creativity, and exhaling that soft orange light. Let's go ahead and begin to plant the left foot back down on the mat. We'll heel toe back to center, tucking the right toes, coming up high into our base of our lunge, and step forward into your forward fold. Let your head hang heavy here. Reach for opposite elbows. Let yourself come down into ragdoll. If you'd like, you can bring some gentle swaying, feeling your body as it moves. Just like the moon pulls on the oceans with its gravitational pull, it does the same with our bodies being made up of so much water. On your inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, let's step back into our lunge with our left leg, and we'll drop down onto that left knee, untucking the toes. And once again, here we have our right knee stacked over the ankle. When you feel ready and grounded, begin to bring your arms to the inside of your right leg, and then heel toeing that right leg or the right foot to the edge of the mat. Once again, doing all of our checks here, rooting down through the fingers, pressing the shoulders up and out from the wrists. Feel activation in your glutes. Keep your core engaged. Whatever amplifications you made on the first time, let's go ahead and do the same thing here. And when you're ready, opening up that right knee, dropping the foot onto its knife edge. I am open, I am aware, I am expansive. Affirm these things to yourself in these moments of distress, these trials that we're experiencing, collective trauma that we're going through. Deep opening, lengthening in the psoas, begins at the very bottom of the ribs, goes down to that hip bone, deep within our bodies. On your next inhale, begin to plant your right foot. We're going to heel toe that foot to the center of the mat once again. Come up on your left tiptoes, and this time we'll step back into downward facing dog. Press the heels of the feet down into the mat. Release the neck. Shake it out. And when you're ready, drop down to those knees. We'll take puppy pose. We've got some options here as well. So the first level would be just to come down onto the forearms. And And so once again, we have our knees stacked directly under the hips. Nice strong bodies here, pressing the forearms and hands down into the mat. Breathing in, breathing out, coming back to the breath and coming back to your intention. If you'd like to amplify from here, we can begin to extend the arms out in front of us, bringing the forehead down onto the mat. Make sure to keep those feet rooted onto the mat, tops of the feet pressed down. Feeling the rib cage lengthen, feeling the underarms reaching and stretching. If you'd like a little bit more still, take your chin to the mat. This, once again, is a really intense stretch. So make sure that your body is ready for it or wanting it before you go for it. Melting your heart down into the mat. Release anything that your heart is holding on to. Our mats contain our stories. Right now, our stories are full of tales. When you're ready, begin to work your way back up into tabletop. And we're going to make our way into plank. So walking the hands forward just a bit, tucking the toes. Keep those elbows tucked in nice and tight to the rib cage and lowering halfway down. Coming to chaturanga and then making your way all the way down onto the mat, untucking the toes. So we're going to come into what is one of my favorite shoulder stretches here. So we'll start off just by bringing the body into a lowercase T shape. So I have my arms out directly from the shoulders here. And I'm going to start off with the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to bring my right hip onto the mat. And so that means I'm opening up my body to the left side of my mat. This is pressing my shoulder down into the floor. I'm going to take my left foot and bring it behind the right hamstring. Laying my head down. I'm just going to let my body relax and soften here. With each exhale, I'm going to release any other muscles in my body that I can find that are still holding tension. On an inhale, we'll go ahead and roll back onto our tummies. Come back to that lowercase T shape before moving to the other side. Reset your hips, just wiggle through the body a couple of times. And then from here, we'll take ourselves onto the other side. So once again, stretching that left arm away from you, we're going to roll onto the left hip. The right foot this time comes behind the left hamstring, behind the left leg. And we're going to just rest down into the left shoulder. If this is a lot for you, which I understand it could be, there are times when my body says no way to this. You can always lay on your back and then just let your shoulder rest over your body or reach back behind you. Another option or an amplification that we can do here would be just to lift the arm up, the arm that is not stretching, and let that arm reach back as well. This will pull the shoulder blades toward one another. That could be a little intense right now though. A lot of heart opening there. When you're ready, inhale, take yourself back to your belly, and once again, stretch out. Into that lowercase T shape, move your hips from side to side. From here, we're going to take our hands free out ahead of the mat, in front of us, above us. I never know how to explain this one. Just reach out and stretch. So you can bring your forehead once again onto the mat. You can let your chin rest on the mat. But what we're trying to do here is just get a full body stretch. So from the tips of the toes all the way to the tips of the fingers, feel your body stretching out. When you're ready, we're going to make our way onto the left side of the body. And I'm going, actually, I think it's the right side. The opposite side of how we began class. I'm going to turn so that I'm not having my back towards you. Coming into that fetal shape once again, pull your knees in, close as you can to your body. Giving yourself one more hug. This quarantine has been the most difficult because most yogis are hugging me. Well, I don't want to say most, but a lot of us love to hug, and non-yogis also. And right now we're in a space where it's not safe for us to do that. And so don't forget, you can give yourself some love in that way as well. Loving with your heart, not necessarily with your arms. When you're ready, make your way onto your back, stretching out. We're going to take that full body stretch here, just like we did on our tummies. So once you get yourself settled, point those toes away from you. Inhale, reach the arms above the head and pull in the opposite direction. So creating this opposition, pulling and pushing. And imagine yourself pulling away from your heart center. Pulling away from your core, from your solar plexus. Not in a way to run, but in a way to expand and spread out. Taking up space, which you deserve to do, especially in this time. You can find small spaces. Take up space, allow yourself that. When you're ready, exhale, take the hands down alongside the body. We'll bring in some movement here. Inhale, back to the stretch. Exhale, hands come down. Move the energy around you. Inhale, come back to the stretch. And this time, as you exhale down, we'll also pull the knees in toward the chest. Wrap your arms around the shins and take yourself into that nice little ball resting mid-spine. If it feels okay and if you like it, you can bring in some gentle motion here. Staying static is also a great option. Ground the forehead toward the knees. Feel the engagement in your core. On an exhale, gently setting the head down. Take the knees wide, keep the toes together. And we're going to reach for the outside edges of our feet. So hands are inside the legs, arms are inside the legs, and then hands reach for the outside edges of the feet. Soles of the feet are pointing toward the ceiling, knees are pulling toward the earth, and we are in this happy position, feeling joy of a child. If you have children right now, maybe they're feeling scared, maybe they're feeling unsure. Let them know that they're loved, that this is going to pass. Try not to say things like this is going to all be okay, because they don't know, they don't have an understanding of time the way that adults do. So just give them comforting words. I love you. I almost said it myself, it's going to be okay. Try not to say that. I know that that's our go-to. We want to tell everybody it's going to be okay. But we can't always say that. We don't know the future. We don't know what okay means to someone else. So just reassure them we love them and we'll be there for them. We want to talk and listen. These types of things. Okay, so when you're ready, bring the soles of the feet together, gently setting them down, coming into our sleeping butterfly pose. Inhale, take the arms up once again, over the head, Stretching out nice and long, lengthening the torso. Gentle tuck of the chin. When you're ready, go ahead and take the hands to the outside edges of the knees and pull the knees back to center into that breathing mountain. Asking yourself if there are any final postures that the body needs, and if there are, please take them here for yogi's choice. If there are none, you lead your way into your Shavasana. So as you come into Shavasana, imagine a line drawn from the center of your body. This line is balancing out your right and left side. As you inhale and exhale, let your breath be natural and your breath be soft. Draw your shoulders down the spine, let the feet fall where they may. Relax the jaw, soften the face, do all those things that put you into that really relaxed state. Remember that your Shavasana is a vital part of your practice. It brings all of the energy to a culmination so that the cells in your body can begin to assimilate all of that energy into your being, into the energetic body, into that subtle body. Staying in your Shavasana for as long as you need. I want to take an opportunity to thank you for joining me again for this virtual class. The classes are going to be up on the site for as long as you need them. Go back to any that are your favorites. If there's something that you would prefer to see, or if there's a part of the body that you want to work on, you can let us know that as well. If there's a teacher that you miss and you'd like to see them, please reach out to that person, or you can even reach out to us and we'll see if we can get them on our website if they have no other platform right now. Hang in there, everybody. We're in this for the long haul together, and we're all in this together. I think we're all realizing that now. Be well, and let the light in your heart shine on those around you. With love and light always.